Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ari, and today we have One Piece chapter 1170. Only 30 more and we are on 1200. It's insane. In last chapter we had Loki and Jarul finding out about what's happening to Harald. We got to see how Jarul got the sword through his helmet through the head. Shanks and Gaban met up and tried to stop Harald as well. And Loki went to find the treasure room where the legendary devil fruit is, and he encountered a hammer. I think the hammer is called Ragnir. Okay, let's go. Chapter 1170, Contradictions. Front page request by 420 Ion. Jimbe as a ticket clerk for a eel train, serving bentos. And instead of just being normal everyday citizens, it's the young Straw Hats. We have young Usopp, young Zoro and Sanji, tiny Chopper, young Luffy and Nami, and then we have Robin in her teens because Robin is older than everyone else. That's so cute. I like that. The hammer sneak attack. You can see the first page is Loki getting thrown on his back with a hammer, just smashing into a pillar behind him. Bastard! Who threw that hammer? Come on out! Oh, the hammer has a will on its own, it seems. So yeah, prediction from the last chapter. Either the hammer has sentient somehow, has power somehow, or it's a devil fruit, and it has a powers because of that, or it's somehow related to the fruit itself. Maybe you can't wield Ragnir without having eaten the fruit. So the hammer is trying to protect the fruit. Let's see. There's gotta be someone here. Whatever. I have to eat the devil fruit. And here in the background, squeak, squeak, the crack, 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 crack. Oh, my alarm went off. There, crack. Like the floor is cracking up. And it goes, whoa, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way it's that heavy. And it jumps over the falling debris from the floor just falling down. The hell is going on? Is this decrepit old castle just falling apart? We jump back to Harald. Your efforts are futile, Loki. Generations of rulers have watched over that devil fruit. Yet for centuries it has gone uneaten. Not by choice, but because no one could eat it. The hammer is the fruit itself? No! Ragnir simply hasn't seemed anyone worthy of it. So it's sort of like Mjolnir with it having anyone who possessed the power of Thor. No, that's the MCU part, but it seems like that's where Oda is taking this reference to, or is matching this up to the MCU hammer. Because in Norse mythology, Loki can just has stolen the hammer, or he's called Loke in Norse. Well, let's read on. So the hammer is, but I wonder how the hammer has a connection to the fruit. And he goes, but with my current strength. He probably he's going, but with my current strength. And then you have Conqueror's Haki bursting out everywhere with Gaban and Shanks slicing him up. Gaban going, those wounds are already causing him a lot of pain. His healing abilities are struggling to keep up. Don't let up, and he'll eventually be driven into a corner. Folks like him are weak to Conqueror's Haki coating. Good to know. And Harald going, Gaban, you dare oppose me? You bet. We can't let you run wild just cause you've gone crazy. Gaban-san, you're familiar with the weakness of the Knights of God? I can't remember how many times they've tried to take you back. Whoa. And then we get a flashback here. That red-haired boy. We know you have him. He looks just like our captain's son. Hand him over. Back then, I'd slice him up and we send them packing. Oh yeah. That Summers guy did mention something like that. Those were the days. Frankly, it's surprising that a fighting force like that originate from the Holy Land. Most celestial dragons are useless. That's good points. And Shanks going, those guys consider themselves divine, living sedentary. Sedentary? What the hell is sedentary? I don't have sound, I'm sorry.
Sedentary.
Sedentary? Sedentary is a lifestyle where a human is living their life without actually doing something. Like an inactive lifestyle. Just having godly power do everything for them. So, living sedentary lives and keeping well clear of our world. Meanwhile, my life's always giving me the chills. You can call that fate. Gaban-san, I want to save Harald. But you're the one who told me how hopeless it is when someone's become a knight of God. I'm afraid Loki is our best bet. Don't make me repeat myself. No, this, I thought it was Harald speaking. Sorry. We jump to Loki, and he's standing over the hammer. Don't make me repeat myself. Move it, hammer. So you're basically the National Treasure's guardian. How can you even move? What is going on? And the hammer just moves on its own, starts spinning. And Harald and Loki going, I am so over this! And he slams his hammer into the hammer, and his hammer just shatters everywhere. Yeah, my hammer! What? I did not expect that. And the hammer just jumps backwards, and it turns into a squirrel. Squirrel? Squirrel? Eek! So Loki did damage on him. And we jump back to Harald. Be gone! How are we supposed to end this? Well, honestly, I've never fought one who has Conqueror's Haki too. Interesting. Soldiers! Stop Harald! We can't allow him to get his hands on the devil fruit. Harald just slicing up everyone while he has swords inside of him, but he's just healing past it. Oh, Loki's eating the fruit! So the hammer is a squirrel who's eaten the hammer fruit? I don't know. or the hammer has eaten the squirrel fruit. We don't know yet. But the hammer accepted him. He opened it up. And the fruit is... What is that looking... Hold on. Oh, it's so tiny inside his hand, I can't really make out what the fruit looks like. So he eats the fruit, and it starts transforming. You see his hands getting really like a claw. His hair just gets more pointy. And we hear roar. And the squirrel goes squeak. And happy with hearts coming out. Is it the Fenrir fruit? And inside the throne room, everyone is dying. There are flames everywhere. And he goes, "Did you eat it, Loki? Show me his legendary power." What is happening here? Harald is slicing people up. And then he gets sliced up himself. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Is this the correct way of reading it? It seems he hits Loki, or Loki is hitting him. But in the next panel, he's sliced up, not hit with a hammer. I'm not entirely sure what's the correct way to read this. But then in the next panel, he's regenerating. And then Harald gets hit. Pummeled even. And you see like a background drop where Loki is in his devil fruit form. He's grabbing. He's giant with his horns, of course, grabbing onto Harald. And then it turns back to normal. And then it charges up the hammer or the squirrel. And the conquers Haki bursting out. And Harald's go, I knew it, Loki. You have the blood of a conqueror flowing inside you. Hey, you come back to your senses then. Harald goes, it won't last. Don't drop your guard. Look around. I'm beyond redemption. You were being controlled, weren't you? Not quite. It's more like that thing is influencing my thoughts. I started to consider myself a god. You have what it takes to lead Elbaf well. Try to get along more with your brothers, though. No, not the brothers, with your brother, though. And he goes, you're the worst, you know that? Having your own son take your life? What kind of father does that? One last thing, I almost forgot. I wanted to thank you about Ida. What are you? Burning down Alcohol Village didn't make her better, but I was touched by how much you loved her. Hurry. Okay, so before I read on, it seems like if that tattoo on his arm gets sort of cut out, or that part is destroyed, of course it's regenerating again, but if that part gets removed, you sort of come back to your senses. So it says, hurry, it's taking me over again, because it's regenerating. I'll never forgive you for making me do all that dirty work here. And Harald goes, I love you too. And as he strikes Harald, lightning shoots down from the heavens into this castle. Oh! Oh, that's a panel. What? And you can see just Loki just charging up the hammer and just smash it in, and Harald just sort of get blown to pieces because the lightning hits, Conqueror's Haki hits, the hammer hits. Oh my god, that's a powerful attack. And Loki's bawling his eyes out, and Harald is sort of thinking to himself, Loki, no, it's a flashback. Loki, my dear son, the only thing that really matters is securing Elba's future. And Harald is gone, and oh, you can see a little, just a tiny panel. You can see Loki just screaming his heart out in rage or in sadness. Oh my god, that panel is so insane. Wow. Holy. That is such a cool panel. Oh, I can't wait to see that animated. It's gonna be 2028 maybe, but oh my god. Oh, that's cool. That's such a cool chapter. The fighting part is a bit confusing, to be honest. Because I guess maybe... Ah, no. Of course, I know what. I know why. I know why I'm confused. Because my thought was that Loki is hitting Harald with his hammer, but in the fight scene that we don't see Loki's devil fruit, what devil fruit it is. But we saw earlier when he transformed, he got claw, like long finger, long nails and everything. So he's not using the hammer to fight Harald here. He's slicing him with his hand and the claws on his hand. And that is what slices him up. And then he transforms back into his normal form and then uses the hammer. I'm really interested in the hammer fruit because it is a squirrel. Is transformed into a hammer, or the hammer is transformed into a squirrel. I want to learn more about the hammer. And why is it protecting the fruit? Okay. This is 1107, but there's a new chapter today, isn't it? Or yesterday? Why is it not uploaded yet? Hold on, let me check Reddit. No, 171 is not out yet. When is 171 out? Hold on, let me... Is it a break, maybe? It doesn't say break at the end. OnePiece 1171. It's set to release January 19. Okay, so there's a... there probably... last week was a break week. Aha, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Hold on, let me go back and see. No. 169 doesn't seem to have a... 1169 doesn't seem to have a break. Anyway, there's not a chapter until next week. not this week. Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. It really helps out. And I will see you all in the next video. This chapter was insane. Leave a comment down below if you notice something or you have any theories about what's happening with the squirrel and the hammer and everything. What do you think the fruit is? I believe the fruit is the Fenrir fruit. It kind of looks like it because he has claws and his hair starts to get pointy and he roars. A snake doesn't roar. So I think this might actually be the Fenrir fruit. Or what if it turns into a dragon? Because a dragon can technically be looked at as a snake. I think it's the Fenrir fruit. I think it's the Fenrir. Because he has to have the claws. And he's got pointy hair as well. Alright. Bye-bye. Have a great day.